Hello, dear viewer and listener, and welcome to ABW Loan Watch. You thought you'd given up, hadn't we? We haven't given up. We missed the last two live games because it seems that some of the ABW lot don't check their WhatsApp, and Nick was available for the West Ham game. Bad Nick. And the rest of them, they can't be bothered. So, as a punishment, Ellis is currently standing in my back garden on the naughty step, and he's been there for 3 days. And he's going to make up for it by coming on the podcast this Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Be there, live on YouTube. It's going to be me. It's going to be Ellis. It's going to be, hopefully, Miami John and maybe one or two others. We don't know yet. Anyway, tune in and find out. So, on with the Loan Watch. Right, the very first, I've got pictures for most of these, which is very surprising. I don't think many, actually, I think maybe half of the people didn't play. I shall come to that. So here is the very first picture. It is our very own Mr. Joe Willock taking on a Brighton player. I don't know who it is. He's falling over, and Willock is holding him off as he seems to be running with the ball. Willock's not had a good time at Newcastle. Newcastle got another lesson in football. They lost 3-0 at Brighton. Brighton on a bit of a run at the moment, and Josh's favourite, Danny Welbeck, had a hell of a game. Joe played 62 minutes and got a 6.1 rating, had a 78 pass success rate. That is the second time he has been substituted in his time there in those 7 games. They won the first game, and when he scored, they drew and lost 3-3 from the next 6 games. I'm not sure that makes sense. Out of the next 6 games, they drew 3 and lost 3 in no particular order. They are still 17th in the league because Fulham, who are going to catch them and will make Newcastle go down, put some money on them. No, don't put money on it. That's terrible. Have a bet with your cat about it, or your dog, or your pigeon. I don't mind which. And so Fulham lost to Leeds, but Fulham will catch Newcastle, and Newcastle will go down. Sad times, because I like Newcastle. Mainsley didn't play. West Brom didn't play this weekend, and next weekend they are away at Newcastle. Good luck with that, Mainsley. Think you're going to need it. Both of those blokes will be sold in the summer. So, next picture. Oh, dear. For the people at home, it is a picture of Mavropanos watching Lewandowski jump about 8 foot in the air and header it in as... where do they go? I haven't put whether they're home or away. I don't think it really matters, does it? So, Stuttgart played Bayern Munich and they lost 4-0. Lewandowski scored a hat-trick. And even though Bayern went down to 10 men after 12 minutes when the Davies bloke, the Canadian, got sent off, Mav got a rating of 6.4, which, in all fairness, was the second best of any of his teammates. He had an 81 pass success rate, which is also good. He won 5 aerial duels, not that one there because he's too far away, and attempted 2 tackles. One of his teammates attempted 4 tackles, and that was it. So between them, the whole team, they attempted 6 tackles and achieved none of them. Anyway, Stuttgart have dropped down to 9th place. But, still, everyone loses to Bayern Munich because they are magnificent. Talking of magnificent, here's a little picture of Matteo Guendouzi. Almost cracking a smile there. So, Hertha Berlin beat 6th place Bayer Leverkusen 3-0 at home. That is a magnificent result. Well done, Hertha Berlin. Matteo started only his 2nd league game since January and got a rating of 8.3, which is the absolute best he has had all season. Even when he scored a goal, was the other 2 times he got a rating of 8 or more, wasn't as good as that. So he assisted their 2nd goal. I think they were 3-0 up within 35 minutes or something. Hertha have jumped up 2 places to 14th. Next week is the Berlin derby. It is Union Berlin v Hertha Berlin. That is a humongous game in East Germany. East side of Germany. Used to be East Germany, and then they amalgamated the league. So, Berlin, capital of Germany. I always thought it was Munich. Shows what I know. I'd love to have been at that game if there was fans there. Union don't have a massive stadium. Hertha's stadium is 70,000. I don't know if they're allowed to use all 70. Anyway, Matteo's having a... Matteo? I don't know. I'm confused myself. He's had a decent game. Good luck to the boy. I said last week they were going to go down. Carry on like this because they'll probably beat Union Berlin. They might not get relegated. Wouldn't that be lovely? Talking about players that are getting relegated, have a bang on that. There you go. For the people at home, that is Sead Kolasinac playing for Schalke, and he's on his own there, and he's jumping up in central midfield, bringing the ball down with his left foot. It looks like he knows what he's doing. Pictures can be very misleading. Schalke lost yet again, this time 3-0 at home to your Borussia Mönchengladbach. How can I say that? Amazes me every time. That is their 4th loss in 5 games, and they drew the other one, and are going down, down, down. Kola got a 6.6 and played in central midfield. They played 3 at the back, and at the back was Mustafi. He got a 6.4. Schalke are still 14 points from safety with 8 games left to go in the season, and they are going back to Bundesliga 2 for the first time since 1990-91 when they won the second division. When looking at that stat up, I saw that Schalke have been Bundesliga runners-up 5 times since getting promotion, and they were actually runners-up to Bayern Munich 3 seasons ago. That is crazy. Here, cheer you up. A picture of a Borussia Mönchengladbach, I've said it again, with his arm round poor old Mustafi, as Mustafi is covering his face, probably wiping away the tears. But there again, he's only there for 6 months. I think he signed a deal to the end of the season, and then he is off ski. He's no way is he staying with him and playing Bundesliga 2. So next one is Lucas Torreira. Not having a good time at Atletico Madrid. They are running away with the league, and he's been a bit part player all season. They lost 2-0 away at Chelsea in midweek, and Lucas didn't play. And then they beat Alves 1-0 at home in La Liga, and he didn't play that game either. He has now been an unused sub for 3 games in a row. Atletico are now 4 points clear top of La Liga. Hopefully they're going to win it. But Real Madrid and Barcelona aren't in European football for the first time. I think someone made a stat the first time in about 1 million years that both Real Madrid and Barcelona and Atletico, none of them are in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Big Willie Saliba. Should I change the picture? What would you like a picture of? Have the picture for the that's going to be on the YouTube, because you don't want to look at you don't want to look at Mustafi's tears all the way through this, do you? No, you don't. No, thought not. Big Willie Saliba, he missed the game. Nice had a magnificent win. They beat Marseille 3-0 at home, and William didn't play as he had a positive coronavirus test. Thanks to George Bird for that on his website, WordPress. Arsenal Youth, I think it is. Anyway, go find him on Twitter and say thanks. He had on there that he had a positive corona test. Now, I'm not sure how long he's out for, but he's probably going to miss the next game. That win moved Nice up to 11th in the league, which is really good. They are on a really good run now with 3 wins and a draw from the last 4 league games. Fandabidosi. Osei-Tutu at Cardiff. It's a shame he's not playing, because Cardiff are on one hell of a run. They have only lost 1 of the last 14 league games. They're 8th. They were 14th when Mick McCarthy took over. Remember him as a player. You didn't want to mess with him. Poor old Beaky. Anyway, Jordi didn't play as he's still injured, as Cardiff drew 0-0 at home to Stoke, the Cavemen, and won the Wales derby 1-0 away at Swansea. Also a massive derby. So, yeah, he's not playing. Coming towards the end of the season, hopefully he'll get a few games. Now then, this next picture for the people at home and on the tractor is a picture of the 1987 FA Cup winning Coventry side, who beat Spurs 2-1. Spurs, Gary Mabbott scored a goal and an own goal, and I think Keith Houchin scored with a diving header. I mean, that's one of the earliest FA Cup finals I remember. It might actually be the first. 86 was probably Everton Liverpool. Yeah, Everton. That Coventry one. I was 16. I remember that like it were yesterday, as I've never said before in my life. Anyway, there's no pictures of Ben as he played for Coventry this week. Coventry lost 2-0 at home to Luton Town. This is in Championship. And Ben came off the bench for the last 28 minutes and got a 6 rating. And then he also came on for the last 8 minutes in Coventry's 0-0 home draw with bottom of the league with Wycombe Wanderers, who were going down. And he got a 6.4 rating. And Coventry are still 20th and have been there for 8 games in a row. So they're hovering above the relegation zone in the Championship. 24, 23, 22 will go down to League One. I would say if Chris is listening, he doesn't even reply to the WhatsApps. He's blanked us. I don't even know if he's still alive. If anybody sees Chris around, tweet him or message him. Just let him know. I'll see if he's all right. We're all dead to him at the moment. That is a shame, isn't it? Now, a picture. Oh, no, I don't have a picture for this either. Let's go back to that one again. So, Matt Smith is on loan at Charlton. Charlton got a new manager at the weekend. Nigel Adkins got the job after Lee Bowyer took the Birmingham City job. I think it is Karanka got fired. So Bowyer goes back to the club that he played for. Nigel Adkins, I think he might have been the bloke who got Southampton promoted from the third to the second to the first to the Premier League. And pretty decent manager. So Adkins is their new manager. And he missed both their games. They won 3-2 at home to Bristol Rovers in midweek, and then they drew 2-2 at home to Wimbledon at the weekend. They are still 6th and unbeaten in 5 games. So it was Lee Bowyer that brought Matt Smith in. Didn't really use him much. Just hope that Nigel Adkins actually likes Matty Boy, because hopefully he's going to get some games. Another sad player not playing, Tyreece John-Jules. 15 league games in a row he's missed now with injury. It seems to be if you stay at Arsenal, you don't get injured. And then if you go away, half of our loanees are injured. It's ridiculous. Anyway, torn muscle, 15 games he's missed. Doncaster went to Oxford and they lost 3-0 at Oxford and then drew 2-2 at Gillingham. That's 4 in a row without a win, but they're still 5th. Which is crazy in League One. They don't seem to, no matter what they do, they don't go up, down, or sideways. Anyway, so another player not playing, Mark McGuinness. He missed their 2-0 midweek away loss at Fleetwood and was an unused sub at the weekend as they lost 2-1 at home to Portsmouth. They have now dropped 2 places to 9th. I've actually got this picture. You ready? Biff, baff, boof. Oh, there he goes. It's Daniel Ballard. This is probably the most positive lower league loan we have had in quite a while. He's on loan at Blackpool in League One, which is the 3rd tier of English football. Daniel continued his brilliant loan run, I wrote earlier, when he played the whole of both games. Midweek, they drew 1-1 at home to Burton Albion, where he got a 6.8. Then at the weekend, they went to Oxford and won 2-0, and Daniel scored his 2nd goal of the season with a rating of 8.3. Magnificent. Blackpool have moved up 2 places to 10th and only lost 1 of their last 12 league games. In the picture here, if you're not looking, number 26, Daniel Ballard running away from goal with his arms stretched out wide with one leg off the floor. And his teammate behind him, number 20, with his arms in the air, giving it a go on, my son. So fantastic there for Daniel Ballard. 2nd goal of the season. He scored 2 in 6 now. He scored 2 all season, but there were 6 games he scored them 2. The next one is, I managed to find a picture of Harry Clarke. You ready? This will shock you. There he is. He's number 2 on the left-hand side. It looks like he's I don't know what, he's just like he's just jumped out of an airplane. He's landed on his feet. His arms tucked up like he's carrying a bale of hay. I don't know. Anyway, Harry Clarke. Harry missed the 1-1 draw at Scunthorpe. Keith Curle got the job as manager as Harry Clarke. Harry Clarke? Who's Harry Clarke? Oh, that's the player's name. That'll be it. As Harry came back and played the whole game as they drew 0-0 at Bradford, and he got a 7.2 rating. He had missed their last 4 games after being injured at the end of the game with Bolton at the 85th minute. I think he got a knock. Came back to Arsenal, did some fitness training. He's gone back up to North, to Oldham, and they're now 16th. Their new manager, Keith Curle, who is in the mould of a Tony Adams, a Steve Bold, that kind of player. He was a really good centre-back, played a lot of time for Wimbledon, then moved to Man City in their dark days, and then was playing for Wolves for quite a while. All of those teams in the top flight, I think, as in the end of the 90s and the beginning of the noughties. And he got 3 England caps. Really half-decent player. I liked him. And also, you didn't want to mess with him because you'd have got an elbow in the chops. So, yeah, he's been manager of a few teams. Recently got sacked by Northampton Town. Not really much to do with him, more to do with the fact that lower league football is ruined because they've got no money. Not surprisingly, so I'll leave that on Harry. I haven't had a picture of Harry for quite a while. I'll leave it on him. James Olayinka didn't play in Southend's 1-1 draw at Scunthorpe. They are 23rd in League 2. And 7 points from safety. I think they're going down to the conference. I'm sure there is still relegation from League 2 to the conference. They're shit. Joe, talking of shit, my lord, Joseph Olowu. Wildston got smashed 4-0 away at Weymouth. Joe didn't play. They are shit. The conference is a mess. Football has let them all down. While you players are out there earning 350 grand a week, you have got lower league clubs struggling to pay the tea lady. And unless football does something about this, lower league football will disappear. Teams are folding. Football is a mess. But the rich get richer and the poor eat dirt. Anyway, final picture of the show. Zech Medley. Really happy with this loan. Killy actually won a game. They beat Motherwell 4-1 at home. Zech played the whole game and got a 7 rating. That was their first win since the 9th of January and has moved them from 12th to 11th. And now the fixtures have been done where the top 6 play against each other for the title. Is that right? Can they do that? Anyway, the bottom 6 play against each other for relegation. So the next 10 games, I think it is. Do you play each one home and away? I don't know. They make it up as they go along. So either way, Kilmarnock will be playing the 5 teams around them in the bottom of the league. And so hopefully get some decent results because I do like Zech and I do like his loan. The photo there is they're all celebrating and Zech has got his arms out. And is it Zech or Zach? No, it is Zech. And he's got his arms out grabbing one of his teammates. And they're all smiling and they're all happy. I'm very happy about that. Anyway, that was the end of the loan watch. 16 minutes and 15 seconds. I think you'll find that was quite acceptable. Our youths got smashed again, I think. Do you want to know how the youths got on? Shall I go and have a look? We've got a little bit of time left. Right, I'll go down to here. I then go down to the ladies one. They won 2-0 away at Man United. Magnificent result. I don't know what that means. Yes, our under-23s drew 1-1 at Everton. And last weekend, they lost 3-0 at home to Blackburn. Before that, they drew 2-2 at Southampton. And then they had 3 losses in a row. There is a chance that we could get relegated, which is a shame because last season we were half decent. Looking at the under-23s league, the bottom 2 go down out of 13 teams. We have got 21 points. Southampton are in the bottom 2 with 16 and West Ham are bottom with 13. So we're only 5 points away from safety. 24 games. There's 5 games of the seasons left to go and they've all got a game in hand on us. But Southampton and West Ham are shocking. We beat... no, we didn't. I can't remember the last time we won a game. It is very quite sad. I'm looking at the league last season. Where do we finish? I think we did quite well. Come on. Last season, we finished 6th. It wasn't a great season then either. But when you take it into consideration the fact that most of our under-23s, they're all playing for the first team. And if you go and have a look at our under-23s, like the team that played at the weekend, I think we had a 17-year-old goalkeeper playing for us. And we have so many teenagers. But there is a fine line between getting experience and getting hammered week in, week out. Shall I go and have a look at the ladies? I know they won 2-0 this weekend against Man United. At home to Man United, and the week before that, 4-0, they beat Birmingham, and then they beat Villa 4-0. So in the league table, we're back up to 4th. We're 3 points behind Man United. We've got a game in hand and a goal difference of 19 better than Man United. So, we're doing all right. We're 7 points clear of Everton, who are behind us in 5th place. So that's not a bad run. Just really hope that my Dima doesn't go because this season she got 14 in 16. Ford has got 9 in 15. But I think the lure of playing for Lyon, who are the best team in women's football, apparently, I don't know, but apparently that would draw her away. But she has been nothing short of spectacular. I think she won Player of the Year again. I think the awards have been given out. I don't know how many games there is left of the season. Do you want me to go and have a look? Certainly. I will go and have a look. There are 12 teams. That means we play 22 games. So we have got 6 games left to go. And 6, but it looks like Chelsea and Man City are going to run away with the league. They've only lost 1 game each. And I hear someone there at the back asking about the under-18s. I shall go and have a look for you because I'm very kind like that. The under-18s went to Blackburn and smashed them 4-1, which is good because we've had some terrible results recently. Lost 4-1 to Norwich, 0-0 with Villa, lost 3-0 to West Brom, lost 3-2 to Brighton. And if I go and have a look at this game where we went to Blackburn and beat them 4-1, we had goals from Norton Cuffy, Miguel Aziz. Oh, that was going to look that up on YouTube. My God, it was an absolute screamer in the top right-hand corner from quite a way out. Taylor Hart scored and Edwards scored as well. So where are we in the table? Oh, another one where we're not doing too good. There's 13 teams and we are No, we're not. That's the Northern Division. Why have you given me the Northern Division? I'm not interested in the bloody Northern Division. Get out of here. How dare you? Show me the Southern Division. There we go. 13 teams. We are 7th. We are... I don't know if there's any relegation here. No idea. Doesn't show there's any relegation. So we are in 7th with 23 points. And the people running away with it is Crystal Palace with 38 points, then Brighton. Yeah. Well, I think Aziz should be playing for the under-23s. What a talent that young man is. Got so many really good players coming through. Anyway, there you go. That's added another 3 minutes onto the show unnecessarily. Thank you very much for listening. If you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, go to the Gooners pod. Give them a thumbs down because, quite frankly, Mike Feinburn hasn't been paying my mum child support for me, and it makes me very angry. Right? We will see you on Wednesday, 8:30. Don't be late. Thank you very much. Good night.